My name's David Oates. I am a farmer here at Rosuick, which is my family farm, 7th generation, and we are an organic mixed farm. We have beef, sheep, arable, and our main focus is the environmental work that we do. The field we're in now is stubble from a whole crop mix we did last year of barley and peas, which is harvested to feed to the cattle in the winter. That's undersown with a herbal ley, which is really species rich, and then the way that we cultivate it, because we're organic, we have an array of arable weeds which we leave to grow, and as you can see from the flowers, and if you got down on your hands and knees, you could find a lot of rare plants which we've surveyed over the last few years and monitored. And because we've been doing our practices for hundreds of years, we've got a lot of rare species here as well. So these are a few of our camels. We used to have quite a few more, but we had a few die and we sold quite a few. They were diversification at its best, I guess you could say. We used to do camel trekking and run a tourist attraction, but I wanted to focus more on the sustainable farming part of the business rather than the tourist side. So now they're glorified pets, really. They're retired, you could say. They're also good sustainably. They're really good for the heathland, because we've got one block we put them on, and because they're browsers, they eat the willow and they take the higher leaves and stop the willow smothering the heathland. So by default, we've found a unique way of managing the heathland as well. This is one of my piles of compost we've got on the farm. I've just picked up this handful here, and just in this little bit I've just counted 7, possibly 8 worms inside it, and the worms are the most important part. They take the leaf litter or the wood chip and break it down, and then provides nutrients which we spread on the fields, so it's really good fuel for crops or grass or whatever you're growing. Our compost is based around wood chip, which comes from several local tree surgeons, whether it be for domestic stuff or power line clearance or whoever we can get hold of, so they can dump their stuff here. The key with our compost is to get as many different ingredients into it as you can to improve the biodiversity and the nutritional gain for the crops. And this is pretty much ready to spread now. It can be spread in the springtime. This will all go out and go with the next year's crops. There's definitely a movement, from more conventional farmers moving towards sustainable practices, focusing on more around the soil and biodiversity, which I think is really good. But sustainable farming is definitely on the up, and especially worldwide, not just here in the UK. Sustainable farming benefits the wildlife basically because it's the natural way. If you're sustainable and you've been doing it for a long time, that's how we've evolved, and it's working with nature and using species-rich grasslands or including legumes in your ley, such as clovers, so you don't need artificial inputs such as nitrogen. Benefits not only the soil but also the flora and fauna above the ground as well. We're trying to get people to understand the biodiversity of the lizard and show people, whether it be through planting trees or wildflowers, what they can do. It's caring for the future, really. It's caring for the next generation. So yeah, I think it's important just doing your bit for where you can, really.